Hi and welcome to WEH Videos. My name is Skip and this is our third flight from Timika-Moses Whiskey Alpha Bravo Papa to Whiskey WX37 Boega. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is an overhead view of Whiskey WX37. Now I've modified this in World Editor and I suggest you download this airstrip. I have a link below where you can do that. Now this is a very difficult place to get to. I haven't found a real easy way. I'm going to show you the routes that I took here. And here is one route I come, and it looks pretty easy, right? We have a lot of altitude to gain here, and then we need to come down really fast, descend really fast to get here. And while this looks really simple right here, there are a lot of canyons and valleys that we need to fly through. The other way that I recommended coming in here would be this route. And here I show you the elevations of these mountains. And depending on where you are, you could be just a mile or two on one side or the other of this path, and there might be 14,000 feet. So you need to be careful. So this is the one route I came in, and this would be probably the preferred route. And it also says here, oxygen may be required. If you get up over 14,500 feet here, you're going to start to black out. And what I noticed, if you have the Sherpa airplane, it does not have a function for oxygen. Every time I tried to get oxygen with that, it wouldn't work. But it works fine with the Porter. So that's something you want to look into when you try this flight. You want to make sure you can get oxygen. You may get too high and black out. So in this video, I am going to show you both routes here. Now I'm not going to fly all this. I'm just going to pick it up right up in here, probably just after we go over Whiskey X-Ray Yankee 1 and into Whiskey WX37. We'll do that route, and then I'm going to show you right in here through these valleys here. So not going to be a lot of talking, not a lot of stuff. I just want you to see what's entailed here as you come in here. The other thing is I want to show you a really cool app, an add-on that you can get at the X-Plane org place. And this will help immensely in getting through these valleys and canyons and stuff when you're trying to figure out how to get places. So let's get started. All right, here we are over here, right over Whiskey X-Ray Yankee 1. And as I've mentioned several times, we're going to fly right up this canyon. Now, I'm not going to take the flight from here around. I just wanted you to get this picture in your mind when you do take this flight. So when you get here, this is what you want to see. And we're going to go right around this mountain here. And then we're going to go up the canyon. Now, I know you guys are plenty good enough to be able to navigate this canyon. The important thing is when you're about a mile or so from Whiskey WX37, you want to be at about 6,500 or 400 feet because you're not going to be able to see the runway until you're right on top of it. We're going to come around like this. We're going to make a pretty good left turn, and boom, there's the landing strip. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick it up right here about a mile or so from the airstrip, and we'll just see what it looks like right there. All right, here we are down here, and what I did is I loaded up Mr. Garmin here, and you can see we're 1.7 miles from our airfield, and it's going to be right around this cliff here, right around here. So what I suggest you do when you get to this point, maybe 2 miles out, is go up here and go File, Save Flight, and put in a name and save the flight. So when you crash, which you probably will do the first time around, is you can start right here again and just practice this. This is not an easy airfield to land, so let's give it a try. All right, we're going to be going right around this cliff here. So we want to get out to the right as best we can. And I'm climbing instead of descending. That's not too hot. Alright, forgive my sloppy flying here, but the idea is just to show you what to expect. And like I said, this is not an easy field to land at. So it's going to be right over in here. So we want to hug this right side to give us plenty of time to get over there. And I need to get down 6,400 or so. And I've got my flap set already. I'm not going to try and get the flap set on any kind of short final here. I got everything set. I'm ready to go. And I'm going really slow. Too slow, really. I want to get up a little bit faster. And to make turns at this slow speed, I'm going to use just the rudders to move me over that way. Let's take a look. There's the runway right there. So now I'm just going to use the rudders to kind of keep the wings level. Just a little bit of aileron to get me over there. And I still have a lot of left rudder going here. All right, let's just see how we can do. As you can see, it comes up really quick. And I want to get right at the very end of this runway. And fortunately, this is a porter, and I landed pretty quickly, even though I didn't get the very end of the runway. So there you have it. And looky there, it says excellent landing. So pretty sloppy approach and all that stuff, but I'm happy. All right, next we're going to take a look at coming in from the other direction. We're going to be coming in from the west, and we'll see that approach. And it's quite a bit different. The valleys and the canyons, oh boy, there's a lot of stuff to go through, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So let's take a look at that. So here we are coming in from the other direction, and we're 2.3 miles out, and you can see us right here in a map. And we're looking up this valley. We really got to work our way up this valley, and it's a twisty, windy thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the app I want to show you is really, really cool. Check this out. So we're going to go up here to plugins and come down to terrain radar. Now, this can actually be put inside some airplanes, so it shows up on your instrument panel, I believe. But for airplanes that don't have that, it says show radar window, and we'll click on that. Now, once we start the airplane, it's going to show all the terrain around here, and here's our little airplane with our altitude, and this line coming down here shows you where you are going. So let's just take a look at this. All right, here we go. Get back inside. All right, what this does is show you where you're headed. Green means you're safe, caution here, and then it turns red. And you can see you can fly right up this canyon, which is right up ahead of us. We also have mountains coming up in front of us, so you see those out here. And this line, if I'm to climb, let me just show you that. I'm going to put some power in here and climb. Notice how that line goes up. So when these mountains show up here, it's going to tell you how well you clear these mountains right out in front of you. This is a really nice app. You can download it from the forum. I'll put a link in the description below where you can get this. This is a really, really nice app, and believe me, it helped me a lot in doing some of this stuff. So let's just continue on here for a second or two. Forget my sloppy flying. I just want to demonstrate this to you. As we're heading up our canyon here, you can see where we are, and you can see what's ahead of us. It's obviously showing the mountains on the left and the right, and here's some mountains in front of us. Are we going to clear these mountains? Well, this line is going to tell us, yeah, we're going to be okay. So that's this really nice terrain app. All right, here we are at 1.6 miles. We're at 7,000 feet. We're a little high for this. I don't know how this is going to work, but you can see that the runway is right there. So let's just see how this works out. We're going to unpause. And we're going to kind of have to dive a little bit here to get down. Again, I just want you to see what's going on here, how this works, how it looks. Forgive my flying. This is also a difficult way to come in. You have to get out over here on the left side this time. And we're still a little high. We'll just have to see how it goes. I'm using a lot of rudder here to make this turn. Little aileron. All right. See if we can put this on the end of this runway. This is where I use the rudder to make these corrections. I don't want to use too much aileron. And let's bring it right on the end of this runway. That would be really cool. See if we can get another excellent landing. Well, good landing. I'll take a good landing. The question is, can I stop in time? And yes, I can. In both my landings here, I did not land at the very end of the runway. I got too deep into the runway. And depending on the airplane you're flying, will determine if you're going to crash into these mountains up here. Well, I was lucky to be in a Porter. Pretty sloppy flying. This certainly was not demonstrating good short field landings. But the idea here was to show you possible routes you can take and show you the approach. Now, I have no idea how they get here in real life. This is just fun for X-Plane. Now, it could be this way, and if this is it, it's pretty dangerous. Really no place to bail if things go wrong coming up the valley, and there is no missed approach. No go-around, just a mountain to crash into. Yikes. Well, that's it for this video. I will put links in the description for the Whiskey X-37 airstrip, including images of the routes, also a link for X-Plane Forum, where you can download the Terrain Radar app. With that, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little flight, and the video helps you in some way if you decide to do this. Now, I'm not sure how many more of these I'm going to do. This all depends on you guys and the feedback that I get. So, thanks for watching. If you like this, please click the like button. That will really help me determine if there's going to be more videos like this. Thanks again for watching, and God bless.